Do you slice a golf ball? Well, you've come to the right place, because I'm going to give you a simple tip that has to do with your wrist movement that's guaranteed to fix it every single time. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, and I can tell you this, the movement of the wrist is probably the biggest impact on why golfers slice the golf ball and they lack distance. So this video today, we're going to talk about what the wrist should actually be doing and some common mistakes that I see slicers do almost every single time. And the best part is, at the end, I'm going to give you a simple checkpoint to get you back on track. So first of all, let's talk about what the wrists are doing in the golf swing if you're slicing the golf ball. Now, this information I'm going to share with you, we're going to talk about this from a standpoint of the grip being in a neutral position, all right? If your grip is really strong or really weak, there's going to be some variance to this. So for today's purposes, we're talking about a neutral grip. So when you're set up, we're going to talk about the takeaway first, because there's 2 points in which the wrists move where golfers tend to get themselves in a bad position and they therefore slice the golf ball. So the first one is in the takeaway. So as you're sitting here, now I got a FootJoy glove on. And when I take the club away, a slicer typically will cup the lead wrist so that the FootJoy, or the logo, points up towards the sky. So it looks something like this. They take it away, cup, and what that does is that gets the club face in a very open position and is really going to make actually hitting a solid contact shot very difficult. That's checkpoint number 1. So if you're slicing it, take a look at your takeaway. Is the logo pointing towards the sky? If it is, that could be the reason you're slicing it, because of that wrist movement. The second part is, before we dive into what the checkpoint should be, the second one is at the top of the backswing. At the top of the backswing, if we cup the wrist too much again here so that the logo is pointing kind of where the caddy would be standing, that also will get the club face in a very open position. So in the movement of the golf swing, if the lead wrist cups too much early or cups too much late, that gets the club face in an open position and can make it very difficult to hit a nice high draw. So where do we want it, Todd, or how do we check it? Well, let me show you. So when you're sitting here and you take the club away, you're going to feel like your hands work in a little bit, but more importantly, that logo is going to rotate slightly down towards the ground. So the logo is rotating slightly down towards the ground. That's getting my club in a much better position. It's going to help me actually draw the golf ball. And as I rotate to the top, the logo is going to start to rotate more towards the sky. So the slicer rotates towards the sky early, rotates towards the caddy. The good golfer rotates towards the ground, rotates towards the sky. So understanding how the wrists move in the golf swing has a huge impact on the curve of the golf ball. These couple ideas and these suggestions are going to help you eliminate that slice.